Welcome back, everyone. JAYBONE here for Smash This Podcast. On a Monday, starting this week out just smashingly. But you know what? I had to second think this. I did because of what's on right now. Is one of my favorites. Actually, gotta say two of my favorites of all time. Someone who is considered a god up here in Wisconsin. Mr. Brett Favre. One of the greatest of all time. And not just in Green Bay, of all time in sports, in football. And he's guesting on, oh, hell yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin's Straight Up, whatever his show is called. Straight Up Steve Austin, I think is what it's called. So that was just starting as I was getting into my office here, and good old Mrs. JAYBONE, she was like, do you want me to record this for you? And I was like, nah. And then I looked up at the screen and I was like, yeah, and second thought, yeah, you better record this, because I don't watch a lot of the Steve Austin stuff just because it's not, I mean, he's still one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but I don't watch a lot of his like reality type shows, you know? But yeah, when you've got one of the greatest of all time with another greatest of all time, I mean, you really can't pass that up. So yeah, Mrs. JAYBONE grabbed the remote, recorded it for good old JAYBONE. So how's everybody doing tonight? Cheers, come on in. Lots to cover because we are on the road to WrestleMania. And they are just taking their sweet old time with the storytelling here. They are. Not complaining. And that's all right. Who's all in here? Mark's in here. What is up? Later this week, I gotta double check what day we settled on because I forgot, because JAYBONE's just old and senile. But later this week, we're gonna do some Impact Wrestling No Surrender predictions. So keep an eye out for that. Mark's gonna be joining me for that. My favorite nephew, Paul Nelson's in here. Zach Bonifer, Swag Fan, HD in the hizzle. Zach says smash and bash. That's all right. That's a lovely profile pic there. The Lombardi Trophy, if you will. Terrence Sullivan, what's good, man? What's good? RK Shuttlesworth, what is up, man? Bry DB says, nice shirt. Thank you. It's one of the old Walmart specials. I couldn't pass this one up. This was, or no, where did I get this one? Oh, this one was Myers. Got this one at Myers. And there was a very similar one that I bought at Walmart too. That one had Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold on it. So yeah, had to get me some of those. JAYBONE, are you covering NXT's Vengeance Day on Valentine's Day? No, probably not. I know they've got good stuff on there. I haven't covered any, let me quiet my phone down. My apologies. Um, excuse me. My goodness. Oh my goodness. All these notifications. Get out of here. All right. No, I haven't watched NXT in a long time, and I know there's good content on there. I just probably not. I cover so much other stuff. Plus, I try to include my throwbacks and of course stuff on that other little podcast called Total Nonstop Impact. So no, I mean, if I hear about something specific, I may check it out. I have no clue what's going on. I mean, I know who's like big on those shows, but I I just really don't have the time. But thanks for asking. Um, RK Shuttlesworth says, "Oh, Matt Cardona did the call for buying his shirt today. I was wondering who was calling me from the U.S. when I checked my messages." Oh, that's very nice. That's cool that you got his shirt. Very cool. Very nice of him to call you across the pond, if you will. All right, so yeah, we are on the road to WrestleMania. We're covering this Raw, season 29, episode 6. 29. My goodness. That's a lot of seasons. It really is. That's been around like 2/3 of my life. That's crazy. Longest running show like ever, as far as I know. Episodic, pretty much. Just destroying a Guinness Book World Records. Destroying kayfabe is in the house. What is up, Brother Styles? Did Bill ever get a call? I don't know. Bill's been on the road lately. We haven't talked to him too much. He's been busy. Lacey Evans thinks she's a modern day Janet Jackson with the "ya nasties" LOL, says Terrence Sullivan. That's funny. I was actually listening to a little Janet Jackson the other day. It popped up in some email of mine, and they were advertising an anniversary of Control. Came out like 30 some years ago, a couple days ago. So yeah, so I was actually listening to some of that and kind of bopping my head while I was checking out some stuff. So Styles says not much, just got done devouring a triple Whopper. Oh, dude, now you're making me drool over here, making me hungry for a Whopper. So cruel. All right, let's dive into this. Bell's boy, what's up? All right. So, diving into this Raw, a couple weeks out of the Royal Rumble, did not think that Edge was going to show up. But they're playing the long game with this, and he does show up during the night. He shows up about halfway through the show, and just talking about, I'm gonna just kind of talk about this for a minute, and then we'll go to this back to the start of it. He talks about how he's going to wait till after the Elimination Chamber, wait till the dust settles from that, and then make his decision, which is actually smart on his part, you know? And it just kind of keeps everyone on their edge, right? You know, keeps everybody ready. But they make a blockbuster announcement at the top of this show. Adam Pearce introduces Shane McMahon. Now, I don't know why they brought out Shane McMahon. All he did really was put over Adam Pearce. I don't know if this is going to lead to something else. It was a little, I mean, it's great to see Shane. It looks like he's in great shape, you know. I don't remember when was the last time we saw him. It's been a while. It's been a minute, you know. Someone remind me, like, when's the last time he showed up? Because I was away from WWE for a while. Oh, great song, Terrence. Pleasure Principle by Janet Jackson. Yeah. I remember being glued to my TV as a little kid or teenager. I think it was teenager or preteen, what's something like that. Whenever that came out, I forget. Raw Underground. Was it Raw Underground? Or the demise of Raw Underground, if you will? Paul says 6 to 8 months. All right. You know what? That sounds about right. Honestly, that does sound about right. So, yeah. So he comes out and then just kind of throws it back to Adam Pearce and says that Drew McIntyre 2 Sundays from now will be defending his WWE championship in the Elimination Chamber against 5 other individuals. Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, The Miz, and Sheamus. Now, this really kind of threw things off because McIntyre assumed later on in the show, he's talking to Adam Pearce. He's like, I thought I was going to get Sheamus. I don't know. McIntyre actually is talking to Shane McMahon later in the show, just a little bit later, before he leaves. He's like, I thought I was getting Sheamus. Now I'm defending it against several other people. Well, alrighty then. So, Terrence Sullivan, he was with the wannabe TNA dancers. Oh my God. Oh, what a horrible memory of Raw Underground. Yeah, that just was not good. Not good at all. It's bad enough you stole it from someone else's concept and then just made trash out of it. You know? Crazy. So, most people will get what I'm talking about there. All right, so yeah, big announcement for Elimination Chamber, and you know what? If you've been watching me for years, you know that Elimination Chamber is one of my favorite pay-per-views or events or matches. I love me some Elimination Chamber, and that goes back quite a few years. You know what, 15? So 15 plus years. I'm trying to remember like how old that is. I know one of the first ones was back when like Goldberg's first run. That was like one of the first ones, I think. 2002, 2003. So yeah, this goes back. The chamber goes back, and I know you have evolved it over the years, and it's understandable. It doesn't look like this one is going to be like, didn't they do something where it was red or something? I don't think it's going to be red this time. I think it's going to be back to the black one. That's a guess. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. HD says, how's the Mountain Dew watermelon flavor? It's very good. It's quickly becoming one of my new favorites, honestly. And I know I shouldn't be drinking soda, but damn, this stuff is tasty. It's a 0, so it's not, it's not too bad. But I know there's all sorts of bad stuff in there, so whatever. So yeah, I bought a 12 pack. Wanted to, indulge in that a little bit. Won't have any more for a while, probably after that. We'll see. Until the next time I get Taco Bell and get some Baja Blast. But honestly, this is becoming a bigger favorite of mine than the Baja. It's damn good. Damn good. Terrence Sullivan says, yes, indeed, JAYBONE. Elimination Chamber was an Eric Bischoff creation. Yeah. Zach Bonifer says, mixed well with my booze last night. Oh, what did you mix with it? I'm just curious. Like just some vodka or something? Make a voodoo, right? Vodka, Mountain Dew. It's called a voodoo. It's pretty yummy. I haven't had one of those in a long time. All right, we continue. Now, Styles comes out and kicks Adam Pearce out of the ring. It's just kind of funny. And it jumps right into a Styles versus Jeff Hardy match. And AJ Styles just dominates him. Just really dominates him. Takes him out. Classic limb work. Gets him with the calf crusher. Good match, but man, just really dominates Jeff Hardy. But I mean, I enjoyed the match though, because it reminds me of their feud. Well, not really a feud, but they've had matches going all the way back to like 2004, 2005-ish. Great stuff. All the way back to the classic TNA days. Next, we got New Day, consisting of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods versus Retribution's T-Bar and Slapnuts. It's Slapjack, excuse me. Damn, I always screw that up. T-Bar and Slapjack. And, Mustafa Ali at ringside, just screaming the hair off his head. Crazy. Just so angry at New Day and that they're still a thing. And, trying to talk to his guys to, dominate the New Day. And they just cannot get it done. Cannot get it done. New Day wins here. And Ali is just steaming mad by the end of this, just screaming at his guys. It's gonna be really interesting to see like how long this lasts. Now, I want to address something that got put out into the internet wrestling community, if you will. And I usually don't address rumors, but I'm just going to throw this out there and see what the reaction of my audience is. Okay. Strictly for those purposes. I'm really neither for nor against this. In fact, if anything, it's more confusing than anything. Okay. And I saw this now this is not me knocking on Wrestle Talk, but this is where I saw the information from. Okay. So they put out a video, what was it, earlier this morning, I believe it was. And that was like when I was watching stuff on YouTube, just catching up on some videos while I was eating my breakfast. And they put out a thing saying that WWE is bringing back an old faction to face Retribution at WrestleMania. And that, and they played a video of, oh God, now I can't even think of the guy's name. It's one of the former former Nexus guys and he spilled it on some podcast. I don't know. I never even heard of it. One of the former members spilled it and said, "Well, I'm probably not supposed to be saying this, but yeah, Nexus is going to be facing retribution at WrestleMania." Or he's going on and on about this, and I'm like, okay, number one, there's very few members of Retribution that are left wrestling / active in the ring right now. Very few. Wade Barrett has not been in a ring since I can't remember when. Last time, I mean, he's been doing announcing on NXT. Before that, he was doing announcing on NWA. And then before that, he showed up in the season 4 finale of Lucha Underground. So he's done absolutely nothing physical with the exception of some movie roles. By the way, there is something on, it's either Amazon or Netflix. I saw him. It's called Fanged Up, where he's like battling vampires in like a prison setting or something. It looks pretty good. I might check that out and review it. We'll see. But he's come out with some okay movies. But I don't know who they're going to bring back. I mean, Ryback has had this nonstop thing against Vinnie Mac, constantly screaming negativity, to like anybody that'll listen to him. I mean, I unsubbed from his channel because he's just ridiculous now. I mean, I wish he was just getting a ring. He said he was getting back in the ring. He's been saying this for a while now. He still hasn't shown up anywhere. I'd like him to show up somewhere, but whatever. Not like waiting either. But I know he's had a lot of health issues too. I mean, he went down to South America a few times for a lot of stem cell stuff. That's been documented. Same place that Ray, Mysterio, Kevin Nash, John Morrison, several others, Brian Cage, I believe, have all gone down to this same guy. So this guy's good. Man. Yeah. Had I known about this guy, man, I'd have made a GoFundMe and gone down there to the same guy myself. But obviously, I don't have that kind of money. Instead of getting a double back fusion, my God, it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know who you would get. They let go of Curtis Axel. He's not employed anymore. And I'm trying to think who else. Darewolf just signed again with Ring of Honor, I believe. I mean, there's Daniel Bryan. I don't know who you're going to get. Justin Gabriel, yeah. Mark says, I have zero desire to see Ryback in a ring event. I hear you. I mean, I was a fan of his when he was like really on top of his game in the WWE, when they gave him that little push. But, hey, Critical Sting's in here. What's up? Code Breaker's here. TNA did it first like always. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Are you referring to like a cage type match? I don't know. I don't know who did that for. You talking about like Lockdown? I don't know which. I'd have to go look that up. I don't know what came first, Lockdown or Elimination Chamber. I think Elimination Chamber came first. I'm not sure when the first Lockdown was. I'd have to look. Paul asks, how big is Ray's son's future to you, Uncle? he has a lot of potential. He's improved since his inception in the WWE. I will say that. I just can't stand the storylines that the Mysterios are in right now, especially when they were doing the whole romance thing with Aaliyah, Mysterio, and Murphy. Now, Murphy hasn't even been around now, and neither has Aaliyah, so I'm thankful for that. I'm just so confused by this whole cheating to win thing that the Mysterios are doing now. I don't get it, man. I just really don't get it. He's got a great future. I mean, he's surrounded by tremendous, family, trainers, everything, The world is his oyster right now. So yeah, he's got a bright future. Darren Young, thank you, RK. I could not think of the guy's name that I saw on that on Wrestle Talk. Thank you. He's the guy that spilled the beans. So I don't know. I mean, he's been wrestling for not Ring of Honor. New Japan. So I don't know if he's signed, but he's been doing the New Japan Strong shows, as far as I know. So I don't know if he's going back to WWE or they're trying to snatch him back up. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I mean, sound off in the chat. Do you want to see Retribution versus Nexus? I just don't know who you'd bring in for Nexus. Is Wade Barrett coming out of, I don't want to say retirement. I don't know if he ever actually officially retired from the ring. I know he was injured a lot and then he was let go. I mean, Daniel Bryan's fine. But I don't know who the heck else you'd bring back. Heath's gone. I can't think of who else there is. You're not going to have much of a Nexus reunion. So you have to have Wade Barrett. Yeah. Critical Sting says Tarver, Otunga, Skip Sheffield. David Otunga. Completely forgot about David Otunga. He's a lawyer. And they bring him back for once every 5 pay-per-views, right? They bring him back for panels here and there. He's still on the roster page, I guess, for some strange reason. I don't know why. It's just weird. Tarver, he's been doing indies, I think, as far as I know. Fandango, he wasn't a part of that, was he? I don't think he was. I don't know. CM Punk. Oh, dear God. What about Mason Ryan? I saw the name of Mason Ryan being brought up here and there. I don't know why. Are they actually going to bring back Mason Ryan? CM Punk. Would they actually bring back CM Punk versus Retribution? Yeah, they. No, you know what? I'm not even going to entertain that. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Damn it, Zach. John Cena. No. John Cena's filming stuff up in Canada. There's no way. He already debunked all that. He's not coming back. Oh, Husky Harris. I completely forgot. See, it's been so long since we had Nexus. There were so many members. And it's just the whole NXT thing back then was just horrible. It's not what it is now at all. Back into 2012, 2011, whatever that was, it was so bad. So bad. Oh, crazy. All right. Back to Raw. We've strayed enough. Where the hell was I? Oh yeah, Retribution. Yeah, they lost to New Day. And Ali's just furious at his boys. So Keith Lee is back, but Mia Yim is not back yet, or what's her name, Reckoning. Now, I noticed something. Now, I don't know if they're going to change this. They call the finisher of Damian Priest the Reckoning. Now, are they going to keep the name of his finisher that and change Yim's Retribution name, or are they just going to keep both Reckoning? It's kind of weird. Not going to overthink it. They'll probably change one of them. Who knows? Ezekiel Jackson. No, he was part of a different group. He was part of, what the hell group was that? Wade Barrett had like the counter to the Nexus called, wasn't it called the Core or something? And he was part of that, I think. Oof. Wow, I just lost a lot of brain cells on that one. Jeez Louise. Jiminy Christmas. All right. Lacey Evans versus Charlotte. Not a great match. That's all I'm going to say about that. Just the communication between the two. I mean, there were some good moments in the match, but there was a couple awkward moments that was real start and stop-ish. You know, just like they had to like communicate to each other. They had to double, triple think a couple things, and it just was not a fan of this match. Yeah, Mia Yim was diagnosed with COVID recently. Yes, that's true, Bella's boy. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, but that's why I said Keith Lee's back, but she's not back yet. So, I mean, you know, I'm glad he's okay. Hopefully she's not, hopefully she's, you know, comes out of this. You know, you never know how bad it's going to hit you. I mean, there's some younger people that it's starting to affect now. It's starting to affect little kids. This thing is evolving by the month. It's crazy. Wear your mask, folks. Don't mess around. Wear your damn mask. So, yes, Darren Young. Yes, we covered that. Thank you. Thank you, Zach. Critical Sting says, why do I have a feeling that Taya is going to get dragged into this? Into this? Into what? What do you mean? Like into this Ric Flair feud with his daughter? Is that what you're talking about? Or just like WWE in general? Explain yourself, Critical Sting. And you know you're upsetting Mark by that question. It's... Critical Sting answers yes. Yes, which one? So silly. The Flair angle. The Flair angle. No, I don't see that. I mean, that'd be... You mean... Mark says, don't even put that shit out there into the universe. See, I told you you're upsetting Mark. I like Taya and Lacey coming out with Flair. Can I picture it? Wow. Strangely enough, I actually can't. Do I like it? No, but I can actually picture it because Taya has the big foofy robes just like Flair. She would oddly, oh, damn it. Sorry, Mark. I can picture it. I can really actually picture it. Well, let me ask my audience. What would you rather see? Would you rather see, I mean, assuming she shows up in the WWE, honestly, I think it's just a matter of time. I'd rather see her in AEW, but I think she's going to join her hubby. Would you rather see her as a wrestler / valet to John Morrison? Or would you rather see her something completely separate, like thrown into something like against Charlotte or something like that? Let me just sound off. You're not going to upset me. I'm just curious what you guys think. Mark's like, oh my God, y'all need to stop. I'm sorry. He's telling Sting to shut his yap. He says he's joking, but he's not. All right, you guys behave. Brian says something different for Taya. All right. Bell's Boy says Taya's going to Stamford Detention Center for a 3-year contract with options. Okay. I think it was supposed to be 2 years with an option for a third. I think that's what Dreamer said. Mark says, I shit you not. When I saw The Godfather at the Rumble, I was praying that Taya wasn't going to be one of his hoes. RK says Taya should face off against Charlotte. They can fight for who is the true queen. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. Kind of like that, not going to lie. Yeah, and honestly, I think Taya dropped a little hint earlier today on her Twitter. Something about no matter where she ends up in the universe, it's going to be okay. So, trying not to overthink that one, but I did see that earlier. So, we shall see. We shall see. No matter what, I'm still going to love her no matter what she does because she's still one of my favorite women wrestlers right now. So yeah, Lacey Evans beats Charlotte because Charlotte just goes off. She's so frustrated. She's just furious at her father with this whole thing. I mean, Lacey Evans and her dad are just playing serious mind games right now. Ric Flair turning on his daughter. This whole thing, it is not my favorite storyline right now. I will say that. You know, I've seen Rick support Charlotte so much, and now I see this, and I'm just, oh my God. Because I've stated how I'm not a fan of Rick being out there in general. Like, he shouldn't be out there just with everything going on right now. I understand why, but it's, yeah, not my favorite. But Mark says maybe she'll just leave wrestling. Yeah, I mean, I want to see her continue her business. Certainly, you know. Yeah, we'll see. Next, Edge is out there, and I touched on this earlier. He talks about how he's going to wait till after the Elimination Chamber to see what he's going to decide about WrestleMania who he's going to face. I mean, I think it's pretty much a given that he's going to face Roman, but I like what they're doing. It's not just such a given, you know. They're trying to tell a story, and if anybody's good with the whole manipulation and getting into the heads of others, it's Edge. It's old school Edge. And I think we forget that. But the promos he's been cutting since he won the Royal Rumble are honestly classic Edge. They really are. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad they're not putting him in the Elimination Chamber. They're just kind of keeping him off to the side, you know, keeping him fresh. That's smart. Keep him healthy. You don't want to mess with this, you know. So, and then Miz comes out. He's trying to get into the head of Edge, saying that, well, no matter what you do, win or lose, I'll be right there, ready to cash in with my Money in the Bank briefcase. And Edge is like, well, you're giving away your whole plan. You're an idiot, you know. And that back and forth between those two is actually really enjoyable. So, you know, Miz trying to say like, oh, I got the upper hand because I got the briefcase. And Edge is like, no, it's like, I haven't even given away my plan and you're giving away your whole thing. You're stupid for doing that. So yeah, that was actually cool. So Miz and Morrison were out there with Garza because next Garza Jr. Is going to face Damian Priest. Great match. Damian Priest comes off with the win here. Man, Damian Priest is just going to be a star. Just an absolute star. I'm loving Damian Priest. It makes me wish that I paid a little more attention to him in NXT, but I did see some of his matches, you know, and I certainly paid attention to him when he was in Ring of Honor a few years back. And he was a star then too. I knew he was going to be huge. And there was people back then like saying they wanted to see Damian Priest versus The Undertaker, you know, stuff like that. And that's that's a lot to put on this kid, but you know, the fans will say whatever, you know. How old is Damian Priest? Asks RK. I don't know. Someone look that up for me, please. I'd appreciate it. Kurgelsting, anyone? I'm curious myself. I'm guessing 20s, or maybe he's not as young as I think he is, but I think he's pretty young. But man, this guy looks like $1 million. He's really something. And I love his finisher, the Reckoning. It's good stuff. It basically looks like Cody's finisher, but I'm not going to like overthink it and criticize it. You know, I mean, you know, some similars are the same. You just got threw a different name on it. Critical Sting says he's pretty sure he's in his late 30s. Is he really? Bell's boy says Damian Priest is 37? No. No way. Are you serious? Wow. He don't look it. He was born in September 82, so he isn't that young. Wow, that's crazy. Wait, something doesn't add up there. Because I was born in 74 and I'm 47. 38. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that makes more sense. But that's crazy. I did not think he was that old. So he actually started in the WE when he was like in his mid-30s. Wow, that's wild. Hey, I still think he's going to be a star, nonetheless. Guy's great. Guess I can't call him a kid, eh? It's like someone calling me kid. I ain't no kid. But yeah, love Damian Priest. Glad he's getting this opportunity. Good stuff. It's then announced that Asuka is going to be facing Lacey Evans at the Elimination Chamber because she beat Charlotte. She didn't really beat Charlotte, but she did win the match. So technically, on paper, she beat Charlotte. So she is going to be facing. And they were kind of hinting at that during the match, too. They're like, wow, if Lacey wins, she may get the opportunity, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, she sure did. Lacey Evans is facing Asuka. Now, I'm sure that's going to lead to Charlotte versus Asuka, but we got to let them tell out the story. So we'll see what happens. Zach says he's 2 years older than Tommaso Ciampa. Wow. That's wild. Lacey gonna face Asuka. Critical Sting says, bless her heart. Oh. Yep. Yeah, I don't know about this whole Bad Bunny thing. Bad Bunny was out there with Damian Priest. I guess they're going to try to give him a match at WrestleMania because they saw the success that it brought with the whole Royal Rumble thing. Hey, if they throw him in like a tag match or something, I'm down. I mean, gosh, I've seen worse. We were talking about that on TNI, like worst celebrity gimmick match thing, you know. I mean, we've seen some pretty bad ones throughout history, whether it was an athlete or a celeb. And given the fact that Bad Bunny jumped off the top rope, did a perfect crossbody, and two pros caught him, looked great. Give him a couple months, see if he can learn some stuff. I mean, make something last minute if he can do it. He's young, he looks athletic, whatever. And now Bell's boy says Little Bow Wow wants to join the WWE after he drops his. God, no, just no. And I was looking at pictures of Bow Wow in these articles that were coming out earlier today, and I was like, wow, when did Little Bow Wow grow up? He's not Little Bow Wow anymore. I remember when he was like this big, and they called him Little Bow Wow because he was Little Bow Wow. It's like calling new kids on the block the new kids on the block. They're not kids anymore. You know, they're my age, for crying out loud. They're creeping up into their 50s. They're not new kids. Mark says LT versus Bam Bam. I'd have to go back and watch that one. Was that one pretty horrible? Was that pretty good? I don't remember. I know LT was really messed up back then. I know that much. He was all coked out of his mind from what I heard. Crazy. Terrence says, I think Lacey Evans beats Asuka at Elimination Chamber to set up Lacey versus Charlotte. Oh, could be. Could be. Critical Sting says, take it from me, Bow Wow is a laughing stock. All right. I will take your word for it. LT/Bam Bam was awful. All right. Oh, man. I miss Bam Bam. Good stuff. Rest in peace. All right. What's next here? All right. Match of the night. Absolutely match of the night here. I absolutely love this one. Riddle versus Keith Lee. Folks, if you have not seen the Evolve storyline, and I'm talking about like the indie Evolve, the company Evolve, back where Keith Lee and Riddle came from, man, they had a great feud back. And this is back when I was watching Flow Slam, and I used to cover this stuff and watch it on a regular basis. It was so good. Oh my goodness. So good. Um, and so to see them get the opportunity to do this on this stage and just have this good of a match and just take their time with it and tell a story in the ring, man. I just the only thing I could criticize about this is I wanted it to go longer. But man, Keith Lee gets a win here. Oh, yeah, but I mean, I love Riddle too. Don't get me wrong. I love Riddle, but man, I was so excited to see Keith Lee get this win. But then Lashley comes in and he destroys both of them. So who knows? Who knows where this is going? I think I heard it announced. You know what? Let me double check. I think it was announced. Let me double check this. I got a notification just as I was going live and I was getting rid of another title match added to Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Here we go. Is this it? Here we go. Bobby Lashley will now defend the United States title against Matt Riddle and Keith Lee in a triple threat match. Hell yeah. Nice. This is going to be an incredibly tough title defense for the CEO of the Hurt Business. Yeah, it is. All right, so here is the updated card for Elimination Chamber, and some of this stuff was just added. So, in fact, all of this was just added, honestly. So, United States title match, Bobby Lashley versus Riddle versus Keith Lee. You got the Raw Women's title match, Asuka versus Lacey Evans. And then you got the WWE title match, Drew McIntyre defending against Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, The Miz, and Sheamus inside of the Elimination Chamber. Man, that's getting pretty damn good in my opinion. I'm excited for that. I really am. Like I said, the Elimination Chamber event was one of my favorites. I'm pretty excited about covering that. I really am. And I hope you guys are too. I know I joke about, JAYBONE watches Raw, so you don't have to. But, man, I mean, it's been pretty good since the Rumble. I'm not going to lie. I was happy with this. It's 3 hours. It's tough. It is tough for me to sit through. I'm not going to lie, but it's keeping my interest. You know, I keep the caffeine going. I'm all right. J-Bone's staying awake. Mark says I'm all in on that U.S. title match. Good. Says it's a good card so far. All right. So we're in agreement of that. That's good. So, all right. Mark calls Keith Lee a fucking supernova. He really is one of my favorites right now. I love watching him. I'm really glad he's, win or lose, I'm glad he's getting this opportunity. He deserves it. Hey, he may win it. Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? Mark, You son of a... Have they announced a plan for pay-per-views after they move to the cock? No, I don't believe they have any plan for the pay-per-views being on the cock. No, I do not believe so. The only thing I've heard about it is that there is not a rewind feature on the cock. So if you're watching it live, it's all live on the cock. There's no pausing and going. You cannot rewind the cock. It's just, you just play with the cock. That's it. I can't even say it with a straight face. There you go, Mark. I hope that entertained you with the All right, what's next here? My goodness, we're coming up on an hour. Let's wrap this up. Table match. Oh my God. Nia Jax just destroying Lana. And then just by luck and timing, Lana beats Nia Jax in this table match and just puts her through a table. That lifts her. There's no way in hell she's going to lift her up and slam her through a table. It was more like a tackle your ass, put you through a table that's leaning up on an angle. So yeah, that actually made me happy. So you want to talk about upset of the evening. That was it. Lana putting Nia Jax through a table. That just blew my mind. And then Naomi beat Shayna Baszler. I want to call that an upset too, because Shayna Baszler has been just making chicks just tap out like crazy lately. Making them all tap out. RK says you guys are having way too much fun with that. Oh, if you even heard it on TNI the other night. Oh my God, it was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Critical state. You're gonna have to refer to it as. I'm gonna need you to refer to it as Peacock. Oh, God. RK, you were there? Were you? I guess. All right. I'll take your word for it. I was laughing so hard, I completely lost my mind. I lost a few brain cells laughing so hard that night, I think. That was a crazy night, Sunday night. All right. That was just last night. Was it last night? Or was that during the throwback? I forget. JAYBONE does not remember. All right, we continue. So, yeah, double whammy here. Lana beats Nia Jax and Naomi beats Shayna Baszler. Talk about an upset. My goodness. So I'm sure that's going to lead to a women's tag title match down the road relatively soon. Could be Elimination Chamber. Could be during Raw. Who knows? But I'm sure it's coming. Mark, I can't even repeat that. My God. That's... Mark, you're horrible. I love you. I can't even repeat that because I'll get thrown off here. Dear God. Main event time. Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. I wasn't excited about this until I realized, they promoted it pretty good. They said it was unfinished business, and it's all revolving around the Elimination Chamber now because Randy Orton's also in there. So he gets another chance at this. It's crazy. So Sheamus tries to attack, and then they throw out the match. But then Drew counters it with a Claymore, So yeah, it's it's like the whole world is against Drew McIntyre right now. They are really putting him in quite the spot on the road to WrestleMania, and he's got to get through Elimination Chamber first. So yeah, I'm really liking this, and I gotta admit, with Drew McIntyre as champ, I was happy he was champ, but I wasn't like it wasn't like the be all end all for me. Like oh man, what's it's the best thing since sliced bread. Drew McIntyre is WWE champion, and I'm finally. It took me a while to get excited about it. And I gotta say, with this build up and with the Elimination Chamber coming up and WrestleMania and everything, I think it just depended on the feud too. But I love this pay per view coming up, and the odds are stacked against Drew McIntyre. So yeah, I'm getting excited about this. I'm not like jumping up and down saying, "Oh God, he's got to win" and stuff like that. I don't care who wins, honestly, but I'm more on board with him as champ now, probably more than I was within the last year. So it's I've been back and forth about it. Just like, yeah, I've been for it, and then other times I'd be like, it's just not my cup of tea. What else is going on? So but yeah, it's been pretty good. He's been a good champ, I will say that. Yeah, Mark says props to Drew and Mox for carrying their shoes during the pandemic, though, and Sheeta and Bailey. Yeah, I mean, just given the situation in wrestling in general, everyone's doing their best given the situation. So I'll give it to them for that. Yeah. Since there's a 2-night WrestleMania, the WWE should have the Hall of Fame both nights for 2020 and 2021. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're saving 2020s to this year. I mean, I really have no idea what they're doing. They might be. I don't know. But I guess it's going to be in front of fans. So I don't think they're planning any other weekend activities though. I don't think anything's going on. I could be wrong. They might try to plan some kind of socially distanced thing down in Florida for fans, like WrestleCon or whatever that's called. Gosh, it's been so long. It feels like I like forget what it's. I think that's what it is. But yeah. So who knows? Who knows? They've been doing their best, and they're all doing something different. That's the thing, presentation wise, and just all that. So that was tonight's Raw. Pretty damn good. I certainly had some favorites in here. I did enjoy the Styles Jeff Hardy match, and Damian Priest versus Garza. But my favorite out of all this was Keith Lee versus Riddle. Shut up and take my money. That was amazing. I love that. So, but yeah, give me your thoughts on this one. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you just listen to me and gonna give it a grade off of that? Let me know. So that's gonna do it for this one. Tomorrow night, Bill and I will be doing the watch along as we always do overnight on a little podcast called Total Nonstop Impact. You can find us on the Twitch. We are not internationally blocked. That's a great thing about our co-stream watch along. You can see us, the TNI crew, react, and you can catch Impact Wrestling live no matter where you are in the world. That's the great thing about it. And then immediately following that, we'll have the review, the results and the review from Impact Wrestling. And Zach Bonifer, you're crazy. And then after that, Wednesday, come on back to Smash This Podcast for AEW stuff. And just hopscotch it all week. Back to Thursday for the throwback over on TNI, and Friday back here, continuing the road to WrestleMania for SmackDown. Now, somewhere in there, Mark, please remind me. Any guest star on TNI tomorrow? We're going to find out tomorrow because they're doing tapings down there. And if we're going to find out, they're going to give us someone like last minute. We'll find out. So we are not sure yet. We're literally going to find out like right when you guys do. So a bit of a last minute one. We'll see. I wish it was something a little better planned, but we'll see. We'll see. Terrence says he can't wait for Impact tomorrow night. Yeah, it should be a great show. We are really looking forward to it. We're going to find out, if Tommy Dreamer actually accepts the challenge from Rich Swann. Give him that opportunity to have that championship match on his birthday. We'll find out tomorrow night. What else is going on? Mark and I are going to be doing predictions sometime later this week. For No Surrender coming up this Saturday. Can't wait for that. So yeah, tomorrow night is the go home for that. Can't wait. And then Wednesday or Thursday, I think we said we're going to do predictions for No Surrender. Mark and I will be covering that. And then someone from TNI, I'm sure, will jump in on that too. Could be Trent, could be anyone. Who knows? Come on, come all from all the podcasts. So yeah, that's the schedule for the week. It's a loaded one. Hope you guys are down for it all. I can't wait. I love a busy week. It's keeps me out of trouble, keeps me sane. So yeah. Today was Daniel Spencer's birthday. No, actually it was yesterday. I wished him it late last night. It was belated. So yeah, who knows? Maybe Kyle. Who knows? Maybe Kyle will be there. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for this one. On your way out, don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of my content. Wow, I gotta come up with a better exit. When more of my content hits your screen. Also, don't forget the audio over on anchor.fm/Smashes Podcast. Goes out all over the place. It's going out to places I didn't even realize. It's going out to Spotify, Apple. Those are the big ones. Google, Overcast, Castbox, just all these different ones. All these little ones are popping up on my anchor feed of where it's all going to. There's a Bull something. Bull, no, not BS. That's not what it's called. It's called Bull something audio. It's I don't know. It's no, Zach, not under boob. Damn it. Yes, thank you, Zach. STP merch. Get you some Too Sweet Wolfpack in the house. STP for life merch. The link is in the description. All this stuff just hit the shop the other night. You got mugs, you got tanks for working out, you got tees, long sleeve tees, and hoodies because, baby, it's cold outside. It's just shivered down to the bone. It's so cold outside. So yeah, go get you some fresh STP merch, hot off the press. Some people already buying it. Great to see. Thank you for the support. Much love. We will see you Tuesday night for the watch along over on Total Nonstop Impact. Good night, folks. Much love.